I recently visited Oxford Brookes University, which is one of the top universities in the UK. I'll be sharing my experience about my visit. Oxford Brookes University, while not being a Russell Group university, it is still a fantastic university and has plentiful opportunities for someone looking to study at university, but hasn't got the grades to study at a Russell Group university. Here is a little clip of my thoughts on the university on the day. So I'm sitting outside of Oxford Brookes University. As you can see, I'll give you a little show, and I had my student induction, or whatever you call it, today. So I was doing geography, but overall it's a really nice campus. I didn't get to see the sports facilities, which is what I would have wanted to have a look at, but I've heard, and I spoke to one of the lecturers there, and they said that they were really good. So I also took a tour around with the geography lecturers and learnt a lot about that. So that was good to know, because geography is something that it's something that I want to do, so it's good to hear. About Oxford Brookes University. Oxford Brookes is located on the east side of the outskirts of Oxford in the United Kingdom. Oxford is a large city with a population of just over 150,000. The city is beautiful with many things to do. For example, you can take a walk around the historic city. You could watch some of the sports teams located in Oxford, for example, Oxford United Football Club. Or you could visit one of the famous universities, Oxford University or Oxford Brookes. Oxford is well known for its universities. This is shown as 24% of residents in Oxford are students, which is the highest in the UK. Therefore, Oxford also has a really good nightlife. Oxford Brookes, while not being the most famous in Oxford, is still a fantastic university. It is known for having teaching excellence and innovation. Oxford Brookes is also very diverse. This is shown as people from over 140 countries go there. Finally, Oxford Brookes offers a range of different courses. This is all something I look for in a university, and therefore I would consider studying there. On my visit to Oxford Brookes University, one of the things I was most impressed with there was their incredible modern facilities. The campus spans roughly 110 acres with their state-of-the-art buildings, fantastic sports facilities, and beautiful parks surrounding the campus. I spent the majority of my time in the John Henry Books building. This building is 5 stories high with classrooms, lecture theatres, cafes and more. All of the buildings are easily accessible and all offer great places for students to eat, study and hang out in general. One of the things that is very important to me in my search to find a university is knowing they have good sports facilities. This is as I would like to join a football team in university. While I wasn't able to get much of a look at the sports facilities at Oxford Brookes, I was able to ask one of the people about the sports facilities there. They have multiple pitches for football, rugby, hockey, basketball and more. They also have fantastic gym facilities. Next, I'm going to be talking about the accommodation at Oxford Brookes University. The accommodation at Oxford Brookes University is split into 2 different types, halls and private accommodation. They have recommended that you send halls for the first year and private accommodation for the rest of your time studying at Oxford Brookes University. The halls are managed by the university. All accommodation is self-catered. I think this is good as it gives you a grasp on what it's like to get your own house. You'll be sharing with at least 4 other people. This gives you a chance to make new friends. Finally, the halls are mainly all on campus, which is good as you'll be able to get to their lessons easy and quick. However, if you are off campus, then it's not to worry as Oxford has a fantastic network of transport systems, so it takes no time at all to get to the university. Next, I'm going to be talking about the lectures. While on my visit, I had 2 sort of mini introductory lectures. They were more to just give an introduction to the subject, but it was interesting getting a little taste as to what they are like. I decided to pick geography and building surveying. The lectures work by either being in a classroom with roughly 35 people or a lecture with 70 plus, depending on what you take. For geography, you often do a lot of field and lab work as well, so it's not just sitting in a classroom and making notes, which is cool. One of the things that I value when looking for a university is their societies. This is as I want to join the football society and possibly another new one like climbing. This is as they are a great way to make new friends and a good thing to do in your free time. At Oxford Brookes there are over 100 student-led societies. These range from cultural societies for international students to random ones like cooking and yoga. They also have loads of sports teams. I'm definitely interested in joining a football team, so that could be a reason for me to study at Oxford Brookes University. A little bit about my open day. I started off by signing in at the entrance building, then I made my way over to the John Henry Books building where the open day was mostly taking place. I had a couple of hours before the geography induction, so I decided to have a little walk around the campus. After that, I went to a few of the stalls and asked some questions. These were mainly about sport, accommodation and transport. I also spoke with the people at the geography stall. At 11 o'clock, I had my geography induction, which was interesting. I then had some lunch before going into my building surveying one. Once this was finished, I was done and went home. I would definitely recommend the open day at Oxford Brookes as it is a very interesting university and a good experience overall. It's also one of the top universities in the UK, which is another reason to consider studying at Oxford Brookes University. If you enjoyed my video, or if you are interested in studying Oxford Brookes University, or just want any general university application tips, then be sure to contact us now. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.